welcome back to my channel. Some Gamer Gremlin here today, and she did her live stream, her public live stream, and I've decided I might as well react to it. I was listening to Under the Hood's Mr. Snowflake's second channel. I was listening to his reaction to it today at work, and he was doing it in parts, and I was like, it can't be that bad. I'm pretty short-winded. I mean, I only turned her last vlog into an hour-long video yesterday. But, no, the live stream she did last night after I went to bed, because I have a job that requires me to wake up at 5:30 in the fucking, well, I have to be out of the house by 5:30 in the morning every morning. Yeah, I was asleep. I was zonked out in bed. But yeah, we're here to cover her. I've got some coffee. I've got some crumble cookie as well, because might as well, you know. I've got my adulta buddies with me. So we're going to dive into her response to Beck coming out and basically going, she's an abusive bitch. Here's what she did to me. You know what, Beck? More power to you. Keep speaking on it, because what I was hearing from Mr. Snowflake today while I was at work, because he still hasn't even finished his reviews, I don't think, at the time of recording this. Has he put out the next one yet? Let's see. I was listening to it on my phone. So he's got the part 1 and part 2. He hasn't put out his part 3 yet. But yeah. So yeah, I'm going to have to do it in parts as well. This is the beginnings of Amberlynn Reid is 100% fucked. Because I don't think Nux is going to be able to get to her, considering there's a lot more chaos out in the world. So I'm going to take one for the team, and I'm going to start the Amberlynn Reid is 100% fucked series. And you know what? Let's get into it. Let's see what she says. Gird your loins, put on your condoms, boys and girls.
Hello,
and
hello.
I have the
Sorry,
chat right here.
my other one stopped working. I don't know what that was. That was really weird. Hi guys, how are you?
Slow mode is on.
I hope that you guys are doing well.
Okay. I don't know why people give her stuff.
I went to press go live and it wouldn't let me go live, and I was like, what is happening? It has been windy lately, so I don't know if it's like the internet or what, so I had to cancel it and then start a new one. How are you guys doing? Already I have a new member, so thank you, IDK, for joining Stream Queens. I really, really appreciate that. Hi, Olivia. Hi, Drowsy. This is just time for people to come in. Oh my god, I forgot to put on Reid. Is this gonna have tea? Lauren, hello. Thank you for the super chat. I mean, the standard of what people consider tea, I guess, yes, it's gonna have tea. I am here to be accountable.
If by tea I said you mean lies and slander.
I'm nervous. I'm very nervous, and I am eating my really anxious, but that's okay. Like I said in my community post, I want to be accountable. So you guys are gonna find out tea of things that is real and is true, and yeah. I also want to talk about things that aren't real and aren't true, because I feel like that is just as important. ABCDFG can be true and I could take accountability, while LMNOP also I want to clear up. I just think that's fair. I do have some screenshots and some things like that. So I'm just going to try my hardest. This isn't a place for me to bash back or We love you from the UK. Love Ellie and Phoebe. Oh, thank you guys. I love you too. Don't do this. You are better than them. They want this.
Yes. Yes, I do. I am a gremlin. Spread your lies so I can turn a light on and let the cockroaches scatter.
I'm not better than anybody. They're not better than me. I'm not better than them. It's not about that. It's just like so much. Like I've been wanting to say so much and I haven't been able to. And I'm going to say why. Okay, so some stuff I obviously blocked out. September 7th, 2022, I get a text from Beck saying, "Last fucking warning. Stop talking about me. All you do is talk shit about me." And I just...
You do only talk shit about her. She had every right to send you that text message and be like, "Bitch, shut the fuck up."
I want to forget you and all of the bullshit. I will stop being silent if you don't. And I'm not the only one who has a lot to say about you. Final fucking warning. Take my name out of your mouth and I can get the law involved. Okay, that's fair.
Okay. I'm not the greatest with streaming. Like, I can't just pull up a picture or whatever, but like, I know how to do it to where it's like, I can go over here and picture. Like, she has the money. She could get like a setup like I have. I can open up a picture and just kind of show you guys that pretty easy. It's like easy peasy lemon squeezy, see? She could have easily had that set up, like have it set up to where she could pull that up and show us the picture instead of, "Oh, I'm just going to show it to you on my phone like this." And then she's just got that all fucking crossed out. Like, why is that crossed out? Like, what was said here?
Here's the screenshot. And obviously, I crossed out
last fucking warning. Stop talking.
Everything else. Because...
yeah, you can't even get a good
obviously,
picture of
like,
it.
that's personal. So that's fair. Okay. So I stopped talking about them. And
bull fucking shit. You never stop talking about her. You're constantly, or them here, whatever. You constantly talk shit about Beck. It is never ending bullshit out of your mouth about Beck. That is why she's just going, "Fuck you, I'm gonna talk now." You did this to yourself.
And that was...
Beck did nothing wrong with this girl. We don't care about that accountability. And you were bashing her. That's her right. Why are you crying? You threatened them? Oh my God, she is already trying to vilify Beck. Jesus. Right?
That text was kind of after, like, I said the proposal story. And in the proposal story, I didn't even say Beck's name, you know? And,
it doesn't matter that you didn't say Beck's name outright in the proposal story. What matters is the fact that you were talking about it and painting them in a terrible light. And you were still talking about them. I mean, I can go and be like, so I went through a terrible breakup. The guy turned into kind of an abusive asshole during the breakup. And just recently, he messaged me saying sorry for what he did. I'm not saying his name, but I'm still talking about him. Like, there's not any difference to it. I was going to say not that much of a difference, but there is no difference to it. You are still talking about them. That's why Daniel Green sent a cease and desist to Naomi King when she was talking about the the sexual assault that she suffered in Vegas. And then she comes out with her video. Everybody bashes on Daniel Green. And then she came out with a second video and lost all of her credibility. Your main problem is the fact that you don't have any credibility and you are trying to vilify her. You have no credibility to stand on.
Obviously, everyone knew what it was about, so that's my bad. And I shouldn't have done that. But
you're only saying, my bad, I shouldn't have done that now because you realize how much you fucked yourself over with this. You don't give a shit about what you did to Beck. You have no care in the world about that.
At the time, like, I felt like, okay, if they're allowed to make videos and say what they want, like, I should
tomatoes.
Should be allowed to as well. So Beck obviously sent that. So I was like, okay.
All right, Gabby from Vegas, let's go ahead and pack your concentrate orders. So your brownie batter went back in stock today. So
there we go.
All right. So I did stop talking about them. And
no, you didn't. That's the thing. You didn't stop talking about them.
I think what was hard at the time for me was Beck started making videos about me while telling me, don't talk about me, keep my fucking name out your mouth, or I'm going to get the law involved. I know
she made the videos in response to what you were doing. You wouldn't shut up about her. So she retaliated. She had every fucking right to do that. She has every right in the goddamn motherfucking world to tell her story. And you can't shut her up, and that's why you're doing this, because you are pissed off, because you've lost control of the narrative.
I know there's internet sleuths. Is that what they call them? Internet sleuths out there? Okay.
Sleuths. There is an L in there.
Okay, so with my notes, I do want to delete everything that I'm like already talking about just so I don't get confused. So if you see me like doing that, I'm sorry. It's just like a break. So if there's internet sleuths out there, there is a phase of time, like easily for like 2 years, I would not talk about Beck. I did not say a word.
Bullshit.
I was also with Feline, and Feline was very good at urging me to not speak about Beck. And so I listened. It was just hard because like Beck was able to say whatever they wanted, when they wanted, how they wanted. And that was like hard for me. So that is why when I say like, I feel like I'm being.
She never had that chance while she was with you because you are a controlling bitch. She never had the chance to speak her mind. She never had a chance to get break free of you. And she was talking on that live stream the other night about how you wouldn't even let her watch reaction channels because you knew exactly how bad that relationship looked from the outside looking in. You knew that if she watched one of those reaction channels, she would instantly understand exactly what you were doing to her, and she would have been gone way sooner than she was.
Being silenced, that is what I mean. Because I took that text message and I was like, all right. And I think now things have just got, like, I really wasn't going to say anything, obviously. But things have gotten so.
Of course you weren't going to say anything because you know how bad you look in this situation. You know exactly how bad you look in this situation because you understand how much of an evil person you are because you're a bitch. You're a big fat ass bullshitting bully bitch.
So like out of hand with like things that like, okay,
buddy.
How am I supposed to take accountability if I don't say?
Would you ever consider attending a behavior change program for abusers? No hate, as I genuinely want you to succeed with your physical mental health. There were some comments on that. I would do anything. Are you kidding? But yeah, she like this. That is the type of program she should probably get into that we all know she will never get into.
Say what for? So I want to say what for. And I also think it's important that like I share my side of things, that
We have been hearing your side of things for the last since you started dating Beck. It was always from your point of view on what was going on, never her point of view. So fuck right off with that.
Are not true. Would you ever consider attending a behavior change program for abusers? No hate. I generally want to see you succeed. Yeah, I would do anything. Like, are you joking? Thank you for the super chat.
She's never gonna attend it. Even if she says she will never attend it.
So with like, I want to answer questions and then I want to like also do some of my notes, etc., etc. So we could just like go back and forth with that. So someone said this is not accountability. We haven't gotten there. We have not gotten there. We have just started. We haven't even been on here for 10 minutes yet. I'm extremely nervous. I am absolutely detached from myself. So if I laugh,
she doesn't know what disassociating really is. Like she's using it as a cover. Like I don't know if I've ever truly disassociated in things, but when you look at videos on her own fucking channel of her with Beck, you can tell that Beck is disassociating from the moment in a lot of those videos where she's just like, I'm done with it. Whatever. I'm done. And there is no way in hell she's disassociating right now.
giggle, whatever it may be, it's because I'm extremely detached from this whole situation.
No, you just know you're lying through your fucking teeth. Why don't you do Dr. Now's diet for a month?
I feel
Let's see if she adjusts.
like I'm watching this happen to myself. Why don't you do Dr. Now's diet for a month? Because I'm not being supervised by a healthcare provider and it's pretty extreme.
It is not that fucking extreme. Like, let's look it up. Let's look up Dr. Now's diet plan. Dr. Now's Ireland diet plan. Okay, let's see. Keto for women. No, that's not what I want. Okay, a 1,200 calorie diet's not that extreme. Like, this is just an article from... That guy probably just wants money, that's why he's making... That's not that extreme. Like, I mean, chicken and rice would definitely be on there. Avoid any of like the processed things. So like the crumble cookie cheesecake thing that I just ate, that would be no-go on there. My coffee that I have right next to me, that would be a no-go. But I mean, you could still have like low sugar fruit juices and stuff. You definitely still have water. You can have any type of lean meat that you can think of, as long as you're not going over that 1,200 calorie limit within 24 hours, and eating on like a strict regimen, no snacking allowed. I mean, that's not that extreme of a diet when you stop and think about it. When I went down from 210 to 176, I was eating a lot of chicken breast and rice. That's on that. And I mean, look what I did in 4 months.
All right, so let's start with, my mouth sounds dry. Okay. This might be a really long
Oh my
live,
god, she's
so-
drinking water. Take a shot, everybody.
Can you please tell my friend Tiffany, happy birthday. She just turned 26 today. Happy birthday, Tiffany. Have a great one. And thank you for the super chat, Emma. Thank you, Kaylin, for the super chat as well. Okay. Is this going to be left up to watch later or no? Yes. How about a buzz ball?
Well, 18 hours from when it was streamed, it's still up, so that's a good thing, I guess.
I am doing this completely sober.
Bullshit.
Love you, girl. Sending love. Thank you, Izzy. At least you look pretty. Oh my god, stop. Okay. A main question I have is it difficult handling the situation when you've said you wanted to handle it privately and they keep making it public / responding? Yes, that's obviously a very different and hard type of situation to be.
Well, maybe if you'd have actually apologized in a meaningful way, if you hadn't have abused them for 4 years, I think you guys were dating, maybe they would have been open to like private, because that could have been done while you were still with Feline or Wifey or Jade, whoever the fuck she is.
Doing, because like I really want to, like, I would love to have like a conversation with Beck offline. Like Beck can have their partner there, friends, family, a whole slew of people, and I can be by myself. Like whatever would make them feel comfortable. Whatever could make them feel comfortable, safe, whatever it may be. Because like doing this online like is a lot, because the thing, like I get like in my videos, because I look back,
Your entire relationship was fucking public, and people watched you treat her like shit. Go fuck yourself.
see in some of my videos I was like pretty harsh to Beck, and for that I'm sorry.
Pretty harsh?
Especially like doing it publicly, like it's pretty awful, really. But like the things that happen like not online, like I would love to be able to like have that conversation, like, but it's not gonna happen, so there's not much I can really do about that. Someone said please stop crying. I am extremely emotional. It's hard to regulate my emotions, so
What are you, disassociating or emotional? Which one is it?
I'm going to be doing the best I can with actually not crying. I'm actually working really hard on that, even on my everyday life, to like not cry at every fucking thing in the
Dude, you cry at every fucking thing because you're all by yourself and you have to wipe your own ass.
world. So, and I know a lot of people are like, you are not a victim. I'm not saying I'm a victim. I'm saying that there's two people.
Yes, you are. You are saying you're a victim. Every time you try to pull the whole, there's two sides to every story. That is you trying to make it seem like you are a victim. Stop it. Nobody fucking believes you because you have no fucking credibility. None. Absolutely zero. Honestly, it's probably in the negatives.
People in this story, and one of them isn't being honest about the situation at hand.
Take a shot every time she says Beck is lying. Wait, no, don't do that. You'll probably die of liver poison. Or alcohol poisoning.
And
I don't think any hate helps in this situation. Let her talk. There's two sides to every story. Eh?
it's like
PSA, your oily hair isn't the problem. It's your hair care. So many people waste their valuable time and money on...
Okay.
When I was going through my messages to try to find proof for...
That was 2 commercials so far, right? Let's start counting the commercials. I want to see how many ads she put on this thing. Where's my notebook? Oh, there's my notebook. We're going to start counting the ads. And I want to see how many ads she put onto this. All right, so 1, 2. We are at 2 so far.
For certain questions, because I do have some screenshots that I want to show you guys. I found a text message of a situation that, like, I didn't even remember happening. And it just made me realize that, like, I'm not perfect. Beck wasn't perfect.
Nobody is saying Beck is perfect. We're pretty much just saying Beck has credibility, whereas you have no credibility. We are more likely to believe Beck because she held her silence, but you kept talking shit about her, and now she's decided, you know what? Fuck you, Amber. I'm done. And now you are 100% fucked.
Like, I was super controlling of their time, of, like...
Yes, you were. You would force her to play choosy with you for hours on end, choosing which sticker was her favorite out of thousands. You would time how long she could spend with her friends. You would time how long she could spend with her family. You monopolized her time to isolate her. That is what abusers do. They isolate their victims.
Their energy, I always wanted them near me. Like, always. Like, it was crazy. And it was... I'm able to...
Here we go with the excuses and cope. So everything she's saying is a lie. Oh, girl, we know you aren't. Beggy is a mooch. You are not self-aware. Ah, yes, Amnesia Lynn again. Stop crying. Amber, you are 100% drunk. Don't lie. Go to bed. That's funny.
To admit that, and I'm sorry for that, and that's wrong. Beck is their own individual, their own person, and they could do whatever the fuck they want. And for some reason at the time, it felt like I needed them always.
Wasn't there like a year that you were bedbound? Yeah, you needed them. You needed a caretaker. She wasn't your girlfriend. She was your caretaker.
And I'm able to realize that I was not perfect.
She's not crying about what she did to Beck. She's crying because she's lost the narrative.
But and it's like, I hate, like, having to do, like, 2 things at once, because it makes me feel like my apology or my accountability isn't real.
They're not. You've not shown any ounce of genuine regret or remorse. You have shown none of it. And you have no credibility as well. And I'm going to drive that home.
But it is. Like, what I'm about to say does not take away from that, and I need people to hear it. I need people to hear that. And so anyways, I was going through and I was looking for proof of something, which I'll show you. And it's like, there was this text message I saw where I, like, sent a big long message to Beck saying, like, how I felt. It's actually on my other phone. I need, if you guys want to see.
Didn't she say she only had one phone? And now she's going, it's on my other phone. So what is it? Do you only have one phone or do you have 2 phones?
See, I can get up and go get it. But some of it is actually personal.
Lady, you were showing off your underwear in your last vlog. I don't think you give a shit about what's personal or not.
And in it, I was saying how like I like quoted some things that Beck said to me.
Saying I'm accountable doesn't make you accountable. Right you are. Why the fuck did you give her $2?
And one of the things was I wrote down in my notes, at least my family didn't do drugs. Like Beck would say things like,
okay, so if she claps back with, at least my family didn't do drugs, what were you saying to her that would cause her to feel the need to go, well, at least my family doesn't do drugs? Like, what were you saying to them about their family? That's what I want to know. That is the context that I want to know. Because I bet you anything, you were talking shit about her family and she just clapped back, at least they don't do drugs. So go fuck yourself.
like that to me. And I forgot that they even said that to me until I was looking at a text message from like, I think it was like 2020. And I was like, holy fuck. And it's things like where it just, neither of us were happy.
Any tips on losing queen? Love you. What? Okay.
Like I felt, oh my God. And then I saw a message from Dana. Like Dana was so worried about me. I think it was like 2020. Dana sent me this whole paragraph of like, because Dana stayed the weekend.
Okay, so you came prepared with a screenshot of Beck telling you, fuck off, stop talking about me. But you couldn't come prepared with a screenshot of Dana going, are you okay? You seem different. Make it make sense.
And her and Destiny did. And it's no. Sorry, I can't look at the chat while also talking because then I want to answer your guys' questions. And then I get confused while I'm trying to talk.
No, it's just because you're trying to keep your stories straight.
Dana was like, you are not yourself. Like, I can tell you're not happy. Like, you don't deserve to be treated like this. Like,
unless Beck kicked a puppy, I stand with them. Agreed. Don't talk about it if you won't show the texts. Agreed. 2 phones, by the way. Agreed. Love you. I'm not listening to all the crap on Beck. Wambulance. Your comfort doesn't matter. Your actions have hurt and traumatized people. You have a repetitive history of doing this to multiple different people. Get over yourself. She's smiling!
Dana, like, also saw, like, a situation where 2 people were not good to each other. And Dana saw, like, a big difference in...
Okay. If you keep kicking a dog, it might turn around and bite you. And I'm going to leave that at that.
In me. Like, it's just hard because it's like, a part of me fucking wishes that it was just me. Like, do you get what I'm saying? Like, a part of me wishes it was just me who was not a good girlfriend, not a good this, not a good that, because...
Beck drove you everywhere. Beck bathed you. Beck wiped your fucking ass. And you're saying she wasn't a good girlfriend? No, she was your fucking caretaker. She wasn't even given the chance to be a girlfriend. So go fuck yourself.
Then it would just be so much easier for me to come on here and be like, yep, everything that Beck is saying is 100% true. And this
Bitch!
This is like exactly how it is, but it's not. It's not.
Oh my, where's the A, B, C, D, E, F, G? We have only ever heard about you talk about yourself and how you are the victim for the past 10 years. Apologize with a period at the end and log off.
Reality. It's not, and it just like makes it hard.
Dana stole your girl.
Anyways, it like literally doesn't even matter because I just need really more than anything to just get all of this like off my chest. And it's not like fully about like people believing me or whatever it may be. It's like I just need to get.
You are doing this because you are trying to get control of the narrative back so people side with you and not Beck. Your problem is Beck has credibility, you do not. So just say, Beck, I am sorry for the things that I have done. And leave it at that. And people might actually have some fucking respect for you. And we would actually gain some more respect if you finally go, you know what? Yeah. I've been in therapy. I realize everything that I have done is wrong. I am sorry not only to Beck, but to Destiny, to Casey, to Feline, to Emily, to all of them. And you actually apologize. People would gain some respect for you. You could get some of that credibility back, but you have no fucking credibility. So you coming on here and giving us these fucking crocodile tears, trying to get everybody to believe you over Beck, it's not gonna fucking work. Nobody believes you. And nobody's believed you for a long fucking time.
All of these feelings and thoughts off of my chest. So
crocodile tears.
Before I start being like, well, Beck said this, but here's proof that that's not true, I would like to answer some of your guys' questions that I can be accountable for, because I don't want this to be a situation where it's like, oh, Amberlynn is just trying to prove Beck wrong or this and that. Like, no, I want to literally be accountable.
No, you don't.
Because
you just want people to shut up and stop shining lights on your dirty laundry. That's what you want. You don't want to be accountable. You just want people to stop shining a light on your dirty laundry.
Just as important to me. I don't think any hate helps in this situation. Let her talk. There's two sides to every story. Yes, I completely agree with that. Deep breath. You are valid. You are okay, LR. Thank you, Harley. Appreciate that. Amber, you're 100% drunk. Don't lie. Go to bed. I am completely sober.
Oh, shit.
Saying I'm accountable doesn't make you accountable. Correct. That's why I am trying to list off ways that I am accountable. Why? Dana stole your girl. Could be true. Could be true. I'm currently reading super chats because I don't want to like skip any of those because I'm gonna feel bad. Where are the tears? They're there and they're messing up my makeup. So what you talk about Destiny's brother on drugs? Yes, that was a very, very low point of me, and I should have never done that. And I'm sorry.
So it's okay for you to go, well, your brother's on drugs, but it's not okay for Beck, when you were probably talking a storm of shit about her family, to go, well, my family's not on drugs. It's not okay. It's okay for you to do it, but not for her. Got it.
Sorry for that. That was
no wonder you were going to vote for Kamala Harris.
A very bad look, and it was horrific because like you guys know that I have like addicts in my family, and I should have never ever done that. Your past does not define who you are. Grow and learn. You have an amazing personality. No one can take that from you. Thank you.
An amazingly abysmal personality, maybe.
Can you shout out my best friends Cal and Andre, who love you so much and are also struggling with BPD? Love you. Hello, Cal and Andre.
She's not struggling with BPD. She's a sociopath.
BPD is hard to handle. But we got this. It's something we'll always struggle with, but there's way to regulate, and there's ways to help with symptoms and etc. You look so beautiful today. Thank you. I appreciate that.
Not really.
Does my mom have dementia? No. Not that we know of. Okay. You haven't been diagnosed. I have been diagnosed.
Lies.
Okay. Wow, you guys are being really sweet, actually. I appreciate that a lot. I was like really nervous, like to come on here. And why are you laughing? I already told you I am a nervous laugher. Laugher? That word sounds fake right now. And I also feel like super like detached from myself in this moment.
You are not disassociating. You know I will always be your favorite ex.
You know, oh my god. Thanks for the super chat. Okay. Okay, so can you guys ask me like straight questions? Because I feel like that would just genuinely be easier for me. And I feel like people are always asking questions, but then it's like when I put you on the spot, I know it's hard to like come up with stuff. Like I totally get that.
Don't use BPD and make all of us seem like monsters. You are dying on your own hill. Ha! Right. You are a narcissist. Do you know... Choosy. When were you diagnosed? How many phones do you have? Did you not prepare anything to say?
Read your notes. Did you not prepare anything to say? I did. But that's like, I want to go like back and forth. I thought you only have one phone. I do actually, but I use one phone, which is this guy. I went into my storage unit and I got my phone from when I was actually dating Beck. So I went all the way to my storage unit.
I went to my storage unit to get my phone from when I was dating Beck so I could like make you guys think she's a terrible person.
And got it, plugged it in, charged it. So yeah. I love you, Amber. Thank you. And thank you for the super chat. Who diagnosed you with BPD and when? So it was actually when I was seeing the psychologist. It was around the era of when I was like getting my weight loss surgery. I was with Feline at the time. So it was 2023. Hi. It was, I would say maybe March of 2023, like around that area. And that was when they were like, okay, so you meet the criteria because there's like 9 criteria.
Accountability is good and you should be proud of yourself. Everyone's feelings are valid. Your feelings are valid. Don't let people stop your growth. The thing is, she doesn't actually feel like she did anything wrong. She's only going, I'm taking accountability to make people pat her on the head and go, good job. Stop enabling. She's not taking accountability, though. She's lying about everything and blaming her abusive behaviors on her mental illness. Is the accountability in the room with us? Sorry, guys. I'm not a negative person. It's a shit way to live. The thing is, she has no credibility, G. Sorry.
Whatever. And they were like, but you need to see someone who, like, specifically can help you with this, because my psychologist at the time did not. And
is it true that you said you would never talk to Beck or her friends if you were skinnier and lived in LA? Not trying to hate. Okay, so that was something that was said in the Casey Beck live stream, the lukewarm tea one the other night. That was something that was said where Beck said that Amberlynn once told her that if she was skinny and attractive and was living in LA, she would have never talked to any of them. Like, she would have been a very shallow person. And with the way that she acts and how she spends her money, the way that she has to like have everything that's super expensive, I believe that. With like everything that I know about Amber, that is something that I do believe.
And I never saw anyone until now. So
she won't answer this. No, she won't.
Can we see the screenshot? Which one? Okay, fine. Oh, okay,
Meanest
here's
thing
someone
ever.
finally asked a question. Thank you. Did you tell Beck your foster parents didn't let you go to Disney? No. So Beck is mixing two completely different stories together. And what's really crazy about this is there's actually a clip of me, Beck, Ricky, and Eric. Eric and Ricky are people who were really good friends, and we lived with them. We were all sitting in the dining room table.
Anybody else just kind of like wigged out about how like balloony her hands look? Or is that just me?
And me and Eric were, Ricky was talking about a time that he was in jail. And Beck was like, I don't remember this. And Eric was like, how do you not remember that? And then me and Eric actually are sitting there. There's like a clip of this online.
She's not going to answer that. Or the one up here. Did you lie about Casey? Did you microchip your remaining pets? She's not going to mention any of that.
So you can go see it. Me and Eric were like, Beck, like you're always like remembering like certain stories that like 3 different stories and like combining them into together, and like you're not remembering.
Yeah. I'm going to agree with this person. Deflecting again. She's also trying to gaslight.
That's what's happening. So my foster parents were getting their kitchen renovated, and there was some sort of like fume type thing that actually made it to where we had to leave the home for a few days and stay in a hotel. And instead of staying in a hotel, they stayed in a hotel. My brother stayed at a friend's house, but they stayed in a hotel, and I stayed in the garage. They stayed at a hotel.
Damn, even they knew you weren't worth it. Why were you completely unable to recognize how Beck felt and their emotions for the entirety of your 4-year relationship? Good question. Because she's an empath. Am I blocked?
Called the Sheraton, which in Petaluma, California, at the time, that was like the best hotel there was there, etc., etc.
You're such a narcissist. I can't with you, Amber. You are not the victim.
Disneyland. I've talked about Disneyland multiple times. I've gone more than once.
Do you owe Beck $6,000? She owes Beck more than $6,000, if you ask me. Asking the real questions here. Thank you for your service. Great question. Yes, bet she doesn't answer your question though. That you controlled.
So when I was with Beck, I very much shared that I went to Disneyland. Very much. Okay.
Lady, none of us believe you.
Why were you completely unable to recognize how Beck felt and their emotions for the entirety of your 4-year relationship? You have to be more specific, because sometimes I did know.
Hey, I don't know if you remember me, but I just wanted to say I'm so proud of you for doing this. Keep it up. Proud of validating a perpetrator.
Exactly how they felt, because they told me. And I'm realizing that there was a lot of times that they lied. I think a really good example of that would be like choosy, or like when they would give me like the anxiety massage. Like it's just like partner, emotional regulation, like make.
If you ask someone, hey, you having fun? And they go, sure. That's a pretty clear indication that no, they're not having fun. They are not having fun at all. And I bet you anything there were times where Beck said things like that, where it's like, sure, I'm fine. Things like that, where it's like you're just saying it to get the other person to shut the fuck up. And you never fucking shut up, do you?
Making your partner feel good and safe and loved, and things that I would also do for them. Like they really liked when I would do this. So that was like my thing that I did for them. And it's like,
that's the only thing you did for them. And they probably didn't like it after a year.
I'm realizing that it wasn't that at all. It was, I almost feel like I was a burden to them in moments that I thought.
You were a burden to them. They were your caretaker. They were not your girlfriend. They were your caretaker. the fuck out of here,
we
Mia.
were actually genuinely bonding. Like, that's the part that's like hard for me to like wrap my head around, I think.
Pretty much all of my animals love to be pet. My cat Mythal, she's the one in the box with the solid gray one. She doesn't like being picked up. She just never really liked it. If she wants you to hold her, you have to be sitting and she has to climb into your lap on her own. But like the moment you try to hold her, she's gone. She's gone like a fart in the wind. But I like to pick her up because I like hugging all of my animals. She doesn't like it. Like, I'll hug her, and with the boy cats, it's bonding for them. They love it. They snuggle up into me. They are happy to be held, picked up, cuddled, all of that good stuff. Her, not so much. So when I pick her up and hug her because it's something that I enjoy, she doesn't enjoy it. So it's not really that big of a bonding experience. So I don't do it very often. I do it sometimes because it is something that I enjoy, but I know she doesn't do it. She doesn't enjoy it. So it's like I pick her up for like a couple seconds, get my fill of finally being able to hug the mythical Mythal, and I set her back down. And then I give her head scritches because she does love the head scritches.
Do you owe back?
And I also give her lots and lots of cat treats and catnip. Every year for 10 years, ALR is exposed as a deceiver. Your credibility is as good as Jussie Smollett. Good one. I'm glad your karma is coming back to you. Juicy Smollett Lynn. I fucking love that. We are taking a picture.
Back $6,000. No. So
thank you for your contribution, Black Dynamite.
I guess we can talk about the inheritance. I did talk about this in my members only.
Did you ban back from watching React channels? That is a good question.
Obviously, not everyone saw that. So in my members only, I talked about how Beck is saying that I took the inheritance. Me and Beck had a joint account. Okay.
All right. So financial abuse. One way to achieve financial control and abuse is a joint bank account, you dumb bitch. Like, I don't remember Mr. Snowflake touching on that part of financial abuse in his, but I do remember him kind of like I do remember you talking about this. And I remember what I was thinking while I was skewering chickens on skewers and pretending that they were your head because you are a vile and evil person. But, I am so gonna get banned for that one, but y'all know I'm joking, right? Please tell me you know I'm joking. But back to the financial abuse thing. You keep saying, well, Beck had a debit card. She could use the money whenever she wanted. The thing is, I don't believe you when you say that you didn't know how to access it, didn't know how to like get into the bank account and see things. Because I have a bank app. I can just pull up my bank account, put in my password, or right now I have it set to like my fingerprint. Get into my bank account and I can see all my balances. Oh shit. Yeah, so like I go in and I look at my balances and it tells me all of the things that like are about to pull out, all of that kind of stuff. I don't believe you when you say, oh, I didn't know how to access it. I 100% believe that you did know how to access it and that you would double check to make sure and see what she was spending money on.
So this is where a screenshot comes in. So I'm glad we're talking about this. Let me get to it. I have done some picture taken. Wow. Okay, so me and Beck had a joint account, and it was originally her bank account, their bank account.
Yeah, because you took control of her bank account because you wanted control of her.
I'm sorry, I'm getting really, really flustered. My apologies. So it was originally their bank account, and when we got together, I ended up going on their bank account together. So we were joint bank accounts. So any money that either of us both received went into one full-fledged one area. In a recent, I don't know if it was video, live stream, I forget what it was. Beck said how they didn't even have the means to look at the bank to see how much money was in there, that they had to use my debit card, that I had my own private thing. Those are not true statements. I have a screenshot. I was not able to get into the bank ever. I have so many screenshots of wondering, how much did I get paid? I would text Becky and literally ask that. I'd be like, how much did I get paid, etc., etc.
Your problem is you're possessive and lack of empathy. Proof they heckle people struggling facing addiction. Oh.
And Beck would literally send me screenshots of our bank. So I have everything crossed off that's like personal information, but this is just proof that that was a lie from.
Exactly. Well, I agree with the second part. I don't think it was quite Beck's choice. I think she was manipulated into the relationship.
Beck, an absolute lie. I said, how much money is in the bank? And here's a screenshot that says, hi, Rebecca, like, etc., showing how much money we had in the bank, because I was not able to get into it. I was never able to see how much went in there, how much I got paid, unless I looked on my AdSense, which is part of YouTube, and that's how you get paid. I was never able to see any of that. And we had our
lies. I don't believe her.
Our own separate debit cards that were in the joint account together. Any money that Beck received would go into the same spot that my money went to, because again, it was joint. I didn't have private anything. Again, this is probably the one of the biggest lies has left my jaw.
Liar!
All right, I don't want to accidentally show any of my other pictures. That'd be hectic. So,
gross.
Here we have it, where I say how much money is in the bank. So here it says, hi, Rebecca, because this is their account, literally their account right here, which we share.
And you crossed out everything else that you were saying in that text message little bit. And I bet you anything, that's because you know it will make you look bad. And I don't believe that you didn't know how to look into the account. I don't believe that at all.
Scared, but I could not get into it.
Liar.
So I have so many screenshots of Beck sending me screenshots of the bank because I couldn't see it. So it's like, let me cross this off on my things that I've talked about, because in my notes I don't want to get confused. It's things like that like has left my jaw on the floor. My, like, literally.
I'm so shocked. My jaw is on the floor.
Hold on, let me just take a break.
What do you believe you actually did wrong? She doesn't believe she did anything wrong.
I have this even on here. I can't find it.
Exactly. If you had a debit card, you could get into the account in all the ways that matter. Also, if it's a joint, like, if I were to get married tomorrow, the way that I would do the bank stuff is I would request us to have a joint account that we each put like a portion of our paychecks into for like the bills, household stuff, groceries, that kind of stuff. And then the rest of our money goes into our own bank account. So it's I have my bank account, he has his bank account, and then we have the joint account for the household expenses. So that way we're both paying into that. And if you're living together like that, I think that is something that should happen. If you're not married and don't share a house mortgage, that kind of stuff, I think you should have separate bank accounts. That's the way that I look at it. And the fact that she moved in, instantly took over Beck's bank account, that is a form of control. That is financial abuse. You are an abuser. You emotionally and financially abuse people. You make them rely on you. Beck was talking about how you kept saying you wanted to be the breadwinner of the house. Well, you were trying to make her solely dependent on you so she would be your caretaker. That is what you were doing. Stop trying to make it look like it's all her fucking fault, because nobody's fucking gonna believe you.
Oh, wait. Okay, I talked about this. So I'm going to cross this off. I just don't want to, like, repeat anything.
What it say? I can't read it like hello. Exactly. And the fact that she's showing all of these screenshots on her phone, just putting her phone up to the goddamn webcam, like, nobody's going to be able to see it because her hand is shaking because she's 580 bajillion pounds. Like, lady, get...
Thing.
Your hater fans have no purpose in life. No, they keep wanting to shine a light on this fucking cockroach to make it go away. You said the same thing about your mum, too.
I can't find it. Oh, okay. Yeah. Okay. And I also put in my notes with that is like, my mom stayed with us for like 2 months when I had cancer. And my mom saw our dynamic. And Beck, because I've talked to my mom about this, obviously, because my mom's like just as shocked as I am. My mom saw Beck had their own debit card, literally their own debit card. Like,
just because someone has their own debit card to an account does not mean that they can freely use that debit card. Because, I'm sorry, I don't believe that you didn't know how to look in the bank account and see what was going on. I don't believe that. I also don't, like, if you guys got the paper bank statements like I get, I mainly get them for kind of my records if I need to go back. And when this past year, when I had to go through the whole figuring out mortgage assistance, I needed those bank statements, and having like the physical copies was actually really helpful for me. So if you're someone who gets like the digital ones, go ahead and see if you can also get the paper ones, because sometimes you can't always get your digital ones out. But other than that, I know for a fact, because I'm not even going to say like I'm 99% sure. No, I'm 100% sure you knew how to get in there. So her having a debit card, the moment she spends that and you're suspicious about where she's spending the money or what she's buying, you're going to come after her. So she's going to be afraid to use that debit card, and she's not going to use it except for gas or stuff.
I don't understand, like...
Do you feel like Becca's still abusing you?
This crazy,
she
weird
thinks Becca's
lie.
abusing her, and
Like,
she's not.
We can say that, like, I was abusive.
Your private account, Amber, that was a small joint account. You had another private account.
And controlling, because I was very controlling of their time. And I'm very, very so sorry for that. But never once have I ever been financially abusive. We have been equally so bad with money. That's why I have nothing to literally show for anything, because we would spend so much money, the both of us, constant. Like they were
And yet-
allowed to buy what they want when they wanted. Like
You're sitting here trying to say that Beck is terrible with money, and yet she's doing fine right now with that. Like before she was getting a whole lot of AdSense money from YouTube, she was doing fine. She got back on her feet. Without this and the fact that you're now trying to like you pack every video with as many ads as you possibly can, I'm fairly certain that if like you lost your channel tomorrow, you would not be fine because you would not know anything about finding a job. Beck at least knows that. Ow! Fucking stop it. My cat just clawed me. The bastard.
I literally bought them a car. Like I bought
them a car. Yeah, because she was the one driving you everywhere, so you bought her a car for your comfort. That's why you bought the car, is because you wanted the car you wanted so you could ride in that.
them a car. I'm that type of person where you guys have even seen it. You guys have seen it. You guys have called me out on my shit. I buy love. And I have gotten so much
Well, finally, she fucking admits it.
better with that, especially because like the last like 6 years of my life, 7 years of my life, 8 years actually. What am I saying? Like the last like 8 years of my life, like I have bought people with money. I have bought love, I have bought friendships, I have bought laughter.
Yeah, because you don't have a personality worth staying for. People meet you and then just kind of go, ugh, and go off and leave. So you try to keep them around by buying them stuff. That's what that is.
After I have bought time with people because of money. And that's how it's always been. I have never been a greedy person when it comes to
I've said it before, and I'm going to say it again. Your two biggest sins are greed and gluttony. Actually, you show at least 6 of the 7 deadly sins. The only reason why I don't think you show any signs of lust is because you ain't skinny enough to be able to ride people like that.
money.
You have plenty of money. Stop making excuses and give them their inheritance back.
It's almost like I got a kick out of giving people money and like going on shopping sprees and like doing all these sorts of things. So it's like, what? I don't know. Speechless. Okay. I'm like so behind.
Why did you guys share a bank account? I know tons of married couples who don't. I couldn't imagine sharing a bank account with a girlfriend. Same. Control, not only that, but she's acting like finances is the biggest issue here. So she could make Beck financially dependent on her. Amber, what does Beck have to lie about quickly? Exactly. She made them drive when they were in renal failure and sedated. Like, Amber doesn't give a shit about anybody but Amber.
When I got with Beck, they had a car. But they wanted something better. And I said, you know what? Let's do it. You're crossing out important part of the conversation, so it favors you? No. I'm crossing out
Yeah, you are.
like private stuff.
Lady, you showed your fucking underwear on the internet. You don't give a shit about privacy. So fuck right off with that.
I mean, I guess I can I revert this? Hold on. You guys are gonna laugh. Wait, hold on. Wait, which one is this? Hold on. Hold on.
Exactly. That's
I
exactly
swear,
what
I'm
I was
like a
talking about
boomer
earlier.
when it comes to this stuff over here.
Post them online. Yeah.
So here, well, see, I can't show you because then that shows like bank information, private bank information. Ooh. Someone said we haven't learned a damn thing. You have that.
No, we haven't. You just said a whole lot of nothing except Becca's a liar. Becca's the one at fault, not me. All right, we are at an hour and 10 minutes for recording right now. So I'm going to go ahead and pull this as part 1. We are 31 minutes into this goddamn thing. And so far, she has not. She hasn't taken accountability for anything. But I'll have the next part up tomorrow. I'm going to do these in parts on a day-by-day basis. Hopefully she doesn't take this down by the time I finish watching it, because I need a break from this too. Like, I've been going for over an hour now. I need a break from this. If you've made it to this far, please check out my books on Amazon if you want to support the channel. Like, comment, and subscribe. And you know what? If you want a nice fantasy escape, go for that. They're fantasy books, and they make more sense than this hoe. So I will catch you guys in the next one, and have a lovely day. And next up, Amber is 100% fucked, part 2. Catch you there. Bye-bye.